They call me Shihan, and I love what I do. I'm at Torres, and I'm 52 years living. I guess I can go back to when I was about 3 years of age, and I took interest in the wrestling world. So I used to watch a lot of that and watch the boxing events. Anything that had to do with fighting actually caught my attention. The actual interest of the martial arts movements, the kicking and punching and everything, came when Batman and Robin came on the scene. Of course, watching Batman and Robin kick and punch and flip, you'd get the boom and blam and kablam on the pop-ups that they gave on TV. That's what set me off into the martial arts. My father brought me to a boxing gym in the Bronx where I spotted a guy that was kicking and punching in the ring. I told my father I'd rather do that than box.
What was the biggest challenge you faced while being in the martial arts?
It was taking a group of my students, approximately 72 students I took to a tournament. It wasn't just the kids, it was the fathers, the mothers, the grandmothers, the aunts, the whole family affair. We had about 3 or 4 buses of people that went out there to the competition, and although it was nerve-wracking at the beginning, it was something that we enjoyed very much.
Were you ever in newspapers?
I've had several little articles that came out about me. Some of them were intentional, some of them were accidental. I was in the Hudson Dispatch out in this area a couple of times. And I've been in other magazines, I believe it was Karate Illustrated and Black Belt magazines.
How many dojos have you owned?
I personally owned 5 dojos, but I have taught in many different gymnasiums and fitness clubs. As a favorite, I would have to say it was the Academy on 43rd Street in Union City. This was called the KBK Martial Arts Academy. I enjoyed that there because it was a place where I set roots and where I promoted my first black belts and set the grounds for very long-term relationships with my students and their parents. There's some relationships that we've had now over 30 years.
What are the top 3 prestigious places you've taught at?
To begin with, I would have to say that the Marine Corps was above all places that I've been able to teach at. But I had a great time teaching at New York College in Syosset, Long Island. Met some very great people there. And I've also been fortunate enough to teach at the Hudson County Prep.
What's your favorite part about being in martial arts?
I would say that the favorite part is teaching people to work in unison with their mind, body, and spirit, and helping them achieve goals that they thought were impossible at one time. Nowadays, I'm training a couple of different health clubs. I don't particularly train a student or students per se, but I do train with friends and relatives. I enjoy going to these health clubs and training with my daughter, Ebony, my son, Bobby, and just knowing that I can still train with my kin is just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun doing it.